Okay, we'll try this. We've got some funky signal going on, but hi, Thee.
Hi, Anne.
So we've been talking about the situation here and the mindfulness we want to bring to our humanity, to remember how critical our humanity is at this time in the face of measures that might falsely lead us to believe that we are smaller than we are.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And that came out of different conversations you and I have been having, and observations that I've been having with regards to working and doing things online, whereas normally in my life I have to do very little online. I've been blessed in that way to have real human interaction in my work, but having meetings and such online has given me the experience of what it's like to be in that world. And people I know are using this all over the place. And the experience of being online, my kids are having it now for the first time, really. And it's very different than having real exchange, you know. So we're all struggling a little bit. And I had been observing that coming to this frame that we are in right now, in this virtual world in a certain way, though it echoes an aspect of our relationship or the way we would engage normally, it's like on one plane of it rather than the rainbow color of all of those nuances that we can perceive and send out to one another in real space, time, physically together. So online, it brings our attention to this small point, which I'm experiencing right now, and you are. We're here in our realm, but focusing in this one little space. And that's not a bad thing, but it can be something that encourages or supports the idea that we are smaller than we are, rather than the vast being that we are, that I have been now playing with this idea and the practice of when I'm out and getting groceries or doing something that I'm able to go do, rather than looking at this 6 feet of physical distancing from people as a separation. I'm looking at it now as a draw to fill my 6 feet of space around me, and that others can fill their 6 feet in that. I think of Leonardo da Vinci's The Vitruvian Man, and I expand that farther out into the distance, because as human beings, we are much bigger than we often give ourselves credit to be. And one more thing to add to that is that when I am experiencing a fullness of my full space all around me, there is no space for fear. That is the other part that had come in our conversation, that when we come into a small point and we're existing in a small field, there's a lot of room for fear to fill up those realms around us. And if I had the thought in our last conversation, but a little bit of like the ripples in the water, that we are those, and we send those out from ourselves, those ripples. And if we're filling up that space, there's no rippling of fear from me to you, from you to me, from you to anyone, me to anyone, that instead we're filling it with this, whatever we picture, right? What do we see in that? Is it fear or is it love? And in that is love. And so if we can, as people, fill our individual spaces with love in a bigger way than we've ever thought to do before, and we picture that in the entire world around our earth and into the whole universe, I mean, it's pretty powerful. And it reminds me of how powerful we are, because we actually get to do that right now. We can be asked to fill up the space with love with what it is to be a human being, with light, with love, and with power.
Yes, thank you. And with that in mind, I'm going to ask people to be a bit quiet while I'm recording. But
in a loving way. It
in a
looks like
loving-
it's a lot warmer there than it is here today. I'm in wool socks and a sweater, and
it's so
cold and
sunny.
rainy.
It's so sunny and beautiful and warm. But as we know, the signal's a little bit funkier outside there. But yeah, and we should remind ourselves that sunlight is the path to health, right? So as
the right amount of sunlight, I will say.
What'd you say? The right amount. The right
I'm
amount.
Really glad I have some rain right now too.
I get you. I get you. So I love all that, and also with that in mind, I just want to, you know, I feel as if the work that we're doing here right now is, it is so critical. How we respond, how we meet our challenges right now is so critical. Our humanity is critical to the all. Mm-hmm. And as above, so below. And so it is ever critical for us to bring that mindfulness to every moment, every gesture, every day we wake up with the situation as it is. So, and then also following on that, we discovered we were going to try to say the Great Invocation together. And we discovered that another limitation of this type of communication is that you cannot speak at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Which means you can't sing or harmonize together either.
Right. Which is something we need to really look at as we become, you know, as there might be a tendency to rely so much on this kind of communication as if it can be, can serve us instead of our human communication and connection. This must be temporary. This must be a temporary measure.
Yeah.
So with that also comes the conversation we were having about the work that people do with the Great Invocation. And it's called Triangles. And there's a network, a worldwide network of people who have been saying the Great Invocation daily for many, many, many years since it came into existence. And the interesting thing about it is that you don't have to, you form a triangle with two other people. They might be across the world even. You don't need to say it the same day. The same time. You don't have to be in the same place because time and space are transcended. Mm-hmm. And so you can say it and then I'll say it, but we're still saying it all together. And it still brings that same power to this plane.
And it sure is applicable. You know, I mean, I am so grateful to have had this in our lives. And as we're in these moments together, it's, it just expands. Yes. You know, it's what it feels like.
Dimensionally, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll start and share it, and then you will as well. We'll add a layer every day, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah.
From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let love and light and power restore the plan on earth.
Amen. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Amen. All right.
Thank you.
Right on. Let's keep this going.
Absolutely.
And please, anyone who would like to join in, the more we say this, the more opportunity we have to bring it all forth, to manifest the world that we want to create. Okay?
I love you.
I love you. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.